Hi and welcome to my channel. So contrary to popular opinion, there are many carer jobs in the UK that allow you to bring your dependents to this country. So this means that if you're already in the UK, for example, and you're doing domiciliary care or you're doing a job that doesn't allow dependents, if you switch to any of these jobs I'm going to talk about in today's video, you can switch with your dependents. If you're on a student visa, you're on a postgraduate visa, you can switch with your dependents. But also, if you're still out of the UK planning to relocate here, if you get any of the carer jobs I'm going to talk about in today's video, you can relocate to the UK with your entire family. So that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So if you're new to my channel, you're obviously welcome. If you haven't joined this family, hit the subscribe button below because you want to be the first person that is notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. In fact, yesterday, 2 people in my private coaching program were successful with getting these jobs that allow dependents. And also, just last week, I've got a family that is going to be coming from home, a family of 5, and they spent less than £2,000 with their UK relocation and for their UK relocation journey. So you need to be very wise, you need to be very smart, and know that there are jobs that you can relocate to the UK with your family spending very, very little money. And that is exactly why I'm here. So let's get into the nitty gritty. The first thing I'm going to say is, by the way, drop a comment in the comment section below. Which country are you watching from at the moment? Because I like to share information that is tailored, to your needs. So which country are you watching from? Just drop the name of your country in the comment section below so that I can know. But most importantly, if there's a particular UK job or relocation pathway that you're interested in, also drop that in the comment section, and it helps me to be able to provide more tailored information that is most relevant to you. You're also going to see my contact details in the comment section below. So there's my free newsletter to join so that I send those updates directly to your inbox. There's also my email address as well as my WhatsApp number. So you can contact me at your earliest convenience to discuss about your personal circumstances and what is in this for you. And so the first thing you need to know is, yes, I'm telling you, carer jobs allow you to bring dependents. But what are the T's and C's? What are the carer jobs to focus on if you want to bring your dependents to the UK? That's exactly what I'm going to talk about in today's video. And look, I'm calling 2025 the year of success. I'm not saying the year for success. I'm saying the year of success. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say the year of success, because there is power in the word, and I'm somebody that like high achievers. So the first thing is, the occupation code of the job that you have is massively important, but most importantly, you need to understand the type of carer job that it is. Look, so many people are just like, I want to be a carer in the UK. This is a carer job. They're not all the same. There is a lot that is different with those jobs, and I'm going to dissect all of this in today's video. And by the way, if you're not aware, I started my own UK journey 13 years ago as a carer in a nursing home. I then studied nursing. I've got a first-class degree in adult nursing. I've got a master's in mentorship in nursing, and I've got a master's in advanced clinical practice. And I'm currently a qualified advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing job in the profession. So when I sit here to tell you about these opportunities, I'm talking from a place of knowledge, from a place of experience, and from a place of expertise, if I can say that myself, because I get invited to events, by the NHS, by private companies, by UK healthcare organizations, nursing organizations, to talk to their staff, their workers about career progression in the UK, how to apply for these opportunities, about how they can maximize, their potential as workers to be able to achieve more, to be able to enjoy their careers more, and to be able to really make more money. So that's what I'm all about. And so, and by the way, I do get paid quite a lot for these events. And it's just one of those things that I say side hustles, because as a nurse, look, you need to be smart. When I see they talk about career progression, it's about being different, being part of the top 1%, and knowing that there is more to this career. There's more to coming to the UK than simply just scrounging, having jobs that pay 23,000. People are living from banking jobs back home that are very high paying. They're living from mansions and all of that to come and be scrounging in the UK, struggling, suffering. You need to upgrade. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say career progression, because without career progression, I assure you, your life in the UK will not be worthwhile, because you're going to be stressed in low paying jobs. If you're working in domiciliary care, that's even a lot worse. But anyway, let me not even get into too much of that, because I get very passionate and I could go on and on and on. But we'll talk about that another day. So our live session, by the way, is coming up on Thursday this week, we're going to be going into greater detail about these job opportunities. So if you need me to review your personal statement, we haven't gone through this, you're in my coaching program, make sure that you know what to expect. We're starting at 8:30 p.m. UK time prompt. So make sure that you're ready 8:30 p.m. UK time. That's going to be that live session to go through all of these details, talk about what each one needs, the interview preparation. Also check the community hub. Obviously, I put a lot of information there about interview questions and the people that, there's quite a lot, but just check that out. So what I'm going to say is, like I've said, the carer jobs are not all the same. You need to know if it's a care home, for example, it's massively different from, say, if it's a residential home, or if it's a hospital, what type of hospital is it? If it's a hospital ward, what type of a ward is it? Those are the nitty gritty, and those are the details that you really need to understand. So if you want to know about all these different types of carer jobs, drop a comment in the comment section below and say different types of carer jobs, because without that knowledge, it is difficult. I don't want to say impossible because that's not a good word. I'm going to say it is difficult for you to be successful. And that's why you see there are people applying for carer jobs in the UK for 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, and they are not successful because they are not the same. These jobs are massively different, and you've got to have that in-depth and deeper understanding, especially now that the competition is so high. Look, it is massive competition. So that's the first thing you need to know. They're not all the same. You need to know the differences and the vacancies, the information. If I've shared extensively details videos on here about this information, so that you can check out. But if you need more, like I said, just drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to provide more details. So what is the next thing as well? The next thing is it a private organization or is it a government organization? You also need to know this, because with private organizations, they're the ones that will not allow you to bring dependents to the UK or to switch with your dependents. And let me tell you something. I have seen many people in the UK, they get a carer job, if it's with a company that doesn't allow dependents, if you switch with your dependents, the dependents' visas will be refused. So whether it's your hubby, your wife, your kids, newborn baby, they are refusing those visas. So this is something that is huge and is crucial, that you are able to apply for the right jobs, know the differences depending on your personal circumstances. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say my personal circumstances. And that's why I always say YouTube is good for generic information like what I'm doing now, but one-to-one tailored guidance about your specific circumstances is what is going to make a massive difference. Because a YouTube video like this is very generic, isn't it? Because you're watching right now, I have no idea. Are you watching this for yourself? Is it for a relative? Are you in the UK? Are you out of the UK? Are you just browsing? I have no idea. And this is why getting tailored guidance from people who know what they're talking about. I don't mean people are just like content creators. I don't know what content creator is, but I personally don't consider myself a content creator. I consider myself as a coach, who is talking about her experiences and bringing expert knowledge to those people who need it. So I don't consider myself a YouTuber, and I don't consider myself a content creator. I am a coach, and that's what I prefer to refer to myself as, which means it's about sharing what you know. Talking about the things that lived experiences. And that is something that is very rare these days to find, you know what I mean? Because anyway, let me not get into the nitty-gritty because that's a story for another day. Let me stay focused. And by the way, I don't know if you're aware of this, I've created a new support community called the Work From Home Tribe. So this Work From Home Tribe is there to support you get a plan B. You know how I talk about career progression, relocation to the UK, getting a job, getting visa sponsorship, progressing in your career. There's a next stage to that. This support group is about work from home jobs, side hustle ideas to make extra money, and easy, simple ways to earn money online from the comfort of your own home as a beginner. Because let me tell you something, it's all good to progress in your career in the UK, but you need a plan B, you need a side hustle, you need an extra source of income so that eventually you can even go part-time with your main gig, and why not even quit and retire early. I'm a huge advocate for early retirement. When I relocated to the UK 13 years ago, my plan was to work as a nurse for 10 years, quit before I hit 10 years, earning at least £100,000 per year and having a side hustle that pays me at least £100,000 per year. And guess what? I've achieved all of that. I'm not 10 years yet. I'm going to be 10 years soon, but I've achieved all of that because my work from home jobs currently, I earn between £5,000 to £10,000 every single month. I've been doing that for 4 years. So it's taken me time to build, and this is part-time, and then I've also got other side hustles. I've got like 3 or 4 different side hustles that I do as well. And these 3 or 4 side hustles make me between £15,000 to £20,000 every month, which means if I never work as a nurse in the UK and I just do exactly what I'm doing now and change nothing, I know that I'm guaranteed £15,000 every month. That is huge. That is massive. That's because I'm ambitious. I'm success driven. I'm unapologetic about my goals. I'm open about them. And it's about just being like, if I'm here, I'm going to make the best of it. And this is how you should be. So if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to join the Work From Home tribe. We have live masterclasses coming up. I'm going to share with you, what I do myself, how I earn this money, how I use my nursing degree and my nursing knowledge to be able to work with private companies from the comfort of my own home and earn over £10,000 a month, because most of the money I earn is from these things. Also, I was saying before, about different things that I do. But anyway, during that live session, I'll go through the nitty-gritty and teach you so that you can get started as well. So no matter where you are in the world, this is going to be perfect for you. Hundreds of you have already joined. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to meeting you at that session. When you join straight away, you've got companies to apply, you've got links, you've got information while we're waiting for the live masterclasses to come up. So I've dropped the link in the comment section to join the Work From Home tribe, because like I say, it's that plan B that all of us need. It doesn't matter whether you're in the UK, you're out, you're in healthcare, you're not, you need a side hustle in your life. You need a work from home job, because let me tell you, many of these jobs that we are doing, they pay peanuts. For example, these career jobs I'm talking about, they're going to pay you between £23,000 to £26,000. That is not enough money to live on. That is entry level to get your foot in the building, explore other opportunities that are available, upgrade, and then guess what? Get to the top and get to retire early. Like I say, my mission is to retire before I turn 40. And like I say, if I did nothing now, if I never worked as a nurse today, I'm guaranteed that I'll get at least £10,000 to £15,000 every month. But that's because it's taken me years to build on this profile and all of that. And this is what I'm passionate about, sharing those opportunities with you. So the next thing is, what are those jobs that when you get, you're going to be 100% guaranteed that your dependents can come to the UK or switch with you? So jobs that are by the National Health Service. Look, when you get a job with the National Health Service, I assure you that you are 100% guaranteed as a carer that you can bring your dependents. I have extensive knowledge. I've worked for the National Health Service now for the last 12 years. I've got 12 years of experience. I also started, by the way, when I started my journey in the UK in a nursing home, in a care home. When I found out about the NHS, I was like, oh my goodness, this is where I should be. And when I started working for the NHS, I thought, goodness me, why did I spend all this time working for private companies? And even the people that I support through my private coaching program to get jobs with the NHS, they're like, Melvis, I'm glad I finally listened, to focus on this, because I don't know how I worked in domiciliary care for 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, hating the UK, stressed out, not knowing that there was a better option. If you're also on a student visa, or on a postgraduate visa, or on a dependent visa, and you need your own COS, let me tell you, this is the only place you should be applying. I'm very open about this. I have spoken extensively about this. I have shared extensively detailed information about various jobs that will offer you sponsorship. You don't have to be a nurse, a doctor, to get jobs with them. There are also non-clinical jobs, which means you're working in a healthcare facility, but not direct patient contact. So there are all sorts of jobs, because you need all these professionals to get the organization going. And if you are sat down, you're thinking, Melvis, I've got no experience, how do I even get started with all of this? I would like you to drop a comment in the comment section and say, I have no experience. That would tell me that you need more information on how to apply, which jobs to apply without experience. But we'll get into the nitty gritty. One good thing also with the National Health Service is that there is no age restriction. So if you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, in your 60s, and you're worried, there is no need to worry, because they recruit everybody irrespective of the age. In fact, I have, like I say, I've got a lot of experience with all of these jobs, and you're going to find that when you have the application process, it's not about the age. In fact, you don't even get to see information about the age. People worry about it, but it's not visible. And that's why I say you need to lead with value. You need to lead with value if you want the best jobs in the UK. You cannot get somebody to do it on your behalf. And that's why, even those of you that are in my coaching program, I say to you, I cannot apply for jobs on your behalf because it takes away the point. You will have to do the interview yourself. You cannot use a recruitment agency to get through, to get a job with the National Health Service. You cannot, like, you've got to go through the legit way. And this is why you see that they are allowed, the carers are allowed to bring dependents, because it's only the legit pathway that you can use. If you're from a red list country, it doesn't matter. So they don't have anything against people from red list countries, so anybody can apply. The only thing is, it is direct recruitment. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say red list countries allowed, because I know there are many people that are stressed, concerned, worried about the fact that they're from a red list country. Let me tell you something: you lead with value. So what are some of the main points to consider, therefore, when you're applying for carer jobs, or just jobs in general within the National Health Service? Look, let me tell you something. You need to know, what type of an area is this? Very important. If you have no experience, that's fine. But if you have experience, lead with that. Those are the differences. You need to be able to identify the characteristics that you've got that will make you to stand out from the crowd. That is the main thing that you need with those jobs. You need to really dissect everything that is provided to you so that you're able to maximize the chances. And that's why I say, when it comes to jobs with the National Health Service, there are no agents, there are no recruitment agencies, red list countries don't matter, and there are no age restrictions. So what I do, for example, in my private coaching program is to coach you, to support you to apply. And I have hundreds of people every day that contact me, say, Melvis, I've got money ready. I just need you to apply for a job for me, and then I'm going to pay you whatever you want me to pay you. And I say to them, no, this is not about money. I'm somebody that I like clinical excellence. That's why these companies pay me to come and talk to their staff on their recruitment days, recruitment events, about all of these, because I'm all about the best quality of staff that will offer the best quality of care to our patients. If your mom was on a hospital bed, who would you expect to care for them? You would expect that person to be competent. So what I say to them is, no, I cannot guarantee you a job, but what I can do is guide you with, how do you apply? What do they need? What about the interviews? Also, mind you, the National Health Service, not all of the jobs on there do offer visa sponsorship. So if you need visa sponsorship, you need to be very smart. And if you want to know specifically, about each of those jobs and all of that, like I say, drop a comment in the comment section below and say NHS UK jobs, because this is the dream. This is the dream. This is like the apex of your UK journey, because once you get in, they'll support you with a lot. And there's a video that I dropped here yesterday. I'm going to link it up here so that you can check out with new changes that the government has implemented to better support carers. And let me tell you something, carer jobs with the National Health Service are the best currently, and the cheapest, most affordable, and amazing way that's going to propel your UK career to levels that you would never understood. So, like I say, I'm all about, yes, relocate to the UK, then what? Career progression. So check the comment section below. You're going to see my WhatsApp number. You can contact me at your earliest convenience. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe, and please share this video with your friends, your loved ones, your colleagues. Encourage them and tell them that it is worth relocating to the UK, and these career jobs are still the best. So check this out here.